Heckin' what? How is it 2025? And I know the date is wrong. Brought to you by PP123. That's me.
5 hours later.
Your ass is down. I have a meeting to run. This is our agenda for the day. We have 5 things that we need to cover. 1. What did she do? Did she do things? Let's find out. Spoiler, she did things. Top 5s for intermission, which is basically miscellaneous things that happened in 2024. You can't wait to be advertised to. You're welcome. Here I am. And then last part is 2025 dreams, goals, aspirations, and insert more synonyms here. Everyone on board? Anyone would like to add anything to the agenda? You're supposed to say no. You don't have a choice. I worked too hard on this presentation. What did she do? Ring ring, Parky's calling. It's true. Welcome to 2024. What did she do? How did it start? I started unemployed. Imagine the like meme sound, but like I don't have it. Broke. Aimless. No clue what she's doing. And broke again. Just had to emphasize the brokenness. Spoiler, she did do things. She did do things. Surprising. Shocker. I know, right? She did get a job. She worked at a dentist office as a receptionist for a while. Very chill job. Honestly, great people. The worst thing that once happened was this guy really tried to come and scam us. And he was like, no, you said it would be like 20 bucks. And it's like, there's no way we said it would be 20 bucks. The man did like a whole operation. Anyways, you missed my garbled noises. You're welcome. I'm back, full force. Continuing on. I went to Korea. There's a lot of slides about Korea. Whoa. I went on a friend trip. We were there for about 10 days. Good food. I saw family. I bought so much fun. And you might be thinking, Parky, you were broke. You were unemployed. How did you afford to go to Korea? I worked for like 2 months before this and I saved all of my money to go to Korea. And my friend very generously paid for my ticket, for which I am very indebted to. Because she basically made this friendship happen, because otherwise I would not have been able to go. Yeah, very thankful. So first, it's the flight. Obviously, the flight. The flight fit. We'll see the flight fit. The flight there was pretty brutal, actually. We had a layover in Hong Kong. So I don't remember the exact details, but I think it was a 14-hour flight to Hong Kong. We had like a 12-hour layover, which was not great. It was like actually 100% humidity. And if you know anything about me, I was sweating at the beginning of this stream. I sweat and I hate the humidity. The heat is fine. If you give me dry heat, I'm just like, ooh, kind of feel like a lizard. 12-hour layover, yes. It was somewhere around there. It was maybe like 10, 14. I don't remember. It did help a lot with the jet lag because I'm really good at sleeping wherever, so pretty much. You see me playing Tetris, I played Tetris for maybe 30 minutes on the back of the person in front of me. This was a fit. I was in sweats, like, and these are not like athletic sweats. These are like comfy fleece-lined sweats. And so when we landed in Hong Kong, we went to the mall because that was originally our plan. We were gonna go get dim sum in the mall nearby because we arrived in Hong Kong at I think 7 a.m. So we stayed in the airport for a little bit, put our baggage in like a checkout thing. And this is also a photo of me, my friend, holding up a fan to me dying in our bus. And so after so we made the mistake of ordering too much at dim sum. And of course the xiaolong bao, not the char siu bao, they were so good. We got an extra order and we were like, shit, we have like 2 more, we are stuffed. And we're like almost running late and we're like, fuck. I can't sit here for 5 more minutes and wait. We had to take it. And when they like didn't, they're like, oh, we don't have any like takeout boxes. And we're like, okay, we're gonna hold this. So we held it. And my friend documented the saga of us getting from the mall to the bus to the airport. To the airport. Here's the saga of the xiaolongbao in the mall. Going on the escalator in the mall. Outside of the mall. To the bus terminal by the mall. We were also running because we didn't realize when we had first like gone to the dim sum place that the buses were actually about 40 minutes apart. And if we didn't get this one, we would have missed our flight. It also started raining on us. You can't really tell, but it started raining on us. And this is the bao on the bus. I'm sure this bao was the most well-traveled bao ever in existence. At least it wasn't the extra soupy ones. We wouldn't have tried. That would have happened. And we made it onto the bus, and unfortunately, we did end up throwing them out because we were like, we can't eat this. We're literally like gonna throw up. We were like running after we had eaten way too much food. I know, we were so sad. We were like, no. And then it got rained on and it was touching our grimy bus hands, and we were just like, it has to go. It has to go. And then we had to get our baggage and go back to, like, you know, airport, everything. Yeah, so unfortunate. It was an unfortunate bao. It was so yummy. I'm so sorry that I had to go. But the Elder, take that back. The gram does not add character, does not add umami. No. No. Delete. Time him out. And this was the fit. You already saw the fit, but we made it to the hotel. This is us in Seoul, South Korea. But the day was not over once we landed in South Korea. Obviously not. We got there at, I want to say like 8 p.m. And our friend was already there. So we like recouped, we like slightly unpacked, chose what we had bunk beds. It was pretty freaking cool. We chose what bed we wanted. And then we went outside, as you can see. We wanted to explore like the outside of the hotel area. And then obviously we went to a CU, which is their like convenience store. And we got some snacks. We got breakfast for the morning, which every breakfast we had was pretty much from the convenience store. And so the next day we actually did a lot of things. And so this coffee place is actually really good. They opened up some locations in New York, and my dad is absolutely obsessed with them. But so I was like, we have to go in the Korea, you know, location, see if they have any specialty coffees. They didn't. But anyways. But the fun thing about this coffee place is that it's called like 10% coffee. And so the logo is the percent with the coffee beans. But because of that, it's called coffee because it looks like it looks like that word in Korean. Coffee was really good. Actually, such a big fan. It was really yummy. And they have some in New York, so I'm glad. I might actually get coffee beans from there. Maybe I'll do that for Father's Day. And then at the time, I don't know if it's still trending, but there's this thing called salt bread that was trending. So we went to go get salt bread. We actually left really early. We got on to the local salt bread place maybe at like 7 something a.m. and there was a long ass line. And so we took photos. It was not for me. It's like a really buttery croissant, but like a roll. And I was just like, it just kind of tastes like butter, which is yummy. But I was like, oh. I mean, the price was also fine. I think it was like 10, like manwon, so 10,000 won for 4, which honestly, like that's a normal bread price. It's honestly kind of cheap, but I was like, I'm okay. But it was in every single bakery that we saw. Salt bread was everywhere. And then of course we went to Costco. We had to go to Korean Costco. I'm like obsessed with Costco. My friend, wait. My friends and I did Secret Santa 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I have not opened this. And another thing that I love is Monopoly. My friend got me Costco Monopoly. Ain't that crazy? And instead of the normal cards, it has the membership cards. It's so good, and I haven't opened it because who the hell is gonna sit on my floor and play Monopoly with me for 5 days? When I play Monopoly, it's not a joke. You need to play with me for like a week. You love my special interest, thank you. I still haven't opened it because it's too precious. Honestly, I should just play by myself. I used to play Monopoly by myself all the time. It was very funny. But Costco in Korea, y'all, that was so good. Food court was actually very similar. They had the Caesar salad, they had a chicken wrap, the normal pizzas, hot dog, same old hot dog and soda combo. They also had the chicken bake, but then they had some special items. They had some special items that I am obsessed with. They had tteokbokki, which is spicy Korean rice cakes in like a cup. And that was so good. It was so good. And they also had churros, which, again, iconic, Costco. I can't believe they got rid of the churros and replaced it with a really yummy cookie, but still, iconic. Okay, and here's the best item they had at Korea Costco. They had a watermelon juice. It was so good. It was so good. They definitely put sugar in that. But oh my god. It was so hot every single day. And it just hit perfectly. I was hydrated after that. I think I actually drank maybe 2.5 because none of my friends could finish theirs. So I drank theirs and they were like, I don't want it. I was like, I'm taking that. You are giving me crack right now. You need to take... you need to be held accountable for my addiction. And I also got some... So my mom is weirdly obsessed with like... What do you call those things? Like the... When you wash dishes, the like scrubbies. But we both have a hate for sponges because they're bad and microplastics. Anyways, so they had these... They're like corn husk fiber. Oh, what do you call this? Susemi? It's like... It's kind of like a crochet square thing. And so I got this for my mom. She laughed because she was like, this is from Scotch Brite. But we haven't seen it at Costco. So honestly, it's a win. It's a win for me. And I was like, heck yeah. And this is our haul. They have a shit ton of Korean skincare. So... And then these are some miscellaneous photos. If y'all don't also know. When I play League, it mainly just means I'm obsessed with T1, which is a professional player team, Korean team. And they had like weirdly sponsored T1 stuff at the convenience store, so I was like, oh. Then I got this headband, which I actually did end up buying. I have it in my room somewhere. Thought I put it on my desk, but then I saw this hat that I regret I regret not getting. It was very cute. I love Costco. And then we also went to this caricature painting place where we got a picture of all 4 of us. And this was me on the ride home because I was so tired. And then we went out again. We like went home, all of us crashed, took a nap, and then we went back out. We went to this really cute stationery type store and I bought a bunch of gifts for friends. So this is kind of what my suitcase looked like. Day 1. I brought one big suitcase with the small suitcase inside of it and I filled the small suitcase. And at this point, my bigger suitcase was already half full. So, and I have this huge box on the side, which are books. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. If you don't read that, if you like fantasy, read the webtoon, read the books. They're so good. I did a lot of damage this day. The next day was my birthday. And my friends very kindly let me drag them to a T1 League of Legends event. My friend got me this Smisky lamp, but while he's charging, he glows red, and I thought that was funny. I got this T1 themed like noodles, and I didn't know there was a photo card in it. So I dragged them to this League of Legends themed Faker exhibit because they opened up this new pop-up sort of event in Korea called the Hall of Legends, which they initiated with Faker. And if you don't know Faker, League released a $500 skin, which is this Ari skin for Faker. And they had a huge moving display. And then my friend got a photo of me taking this photo. So I thought that was cute. And then this is me in my 7-foot glory standing in front of this huge display. It was so awkward because it was right at the entrance of the event and everyone was waiting in line because you have to take the photo and promote it because duh, that's how they're gonna get easy promo. And then it's just me taking photos. There's a bunch of like Faker photos everywhere, the iconic finger over mouth. And then there was this throne. This throne is an icon. 2023 Worlds. We're gonna watch the clip in a second, but basically Faker sat on a similar throne for this. The best edit of 2023. Hands down, this is Faker back in 2017. Losing at Worlds Finals. Crying in his chair after the loss.
골든로드 저희가 맡겠습니다.
Backdated of 2023. Official League of Legends. The theme of that year was that one of these Chinese teams had won their regional spring season, MSI, which is their first international tournament, their regional summer split, and that was the Golden Road. Like, winning Worlds would have made the Golden Road, and Faker was like, no. That shit went hard, so I had to take a photo on the throne, as cringy as it was, and I was also wearing a skirt, but I had shorts, so it's okay. We also spent like 3 hours here doing a bunch of embarrassing events. There was one where they were like, you have to scream and say, good luck, Faker. And my friends, none of them are League of Legends players. None of them are League fans. They had no idea what was happening. And I'm just here like, I'm so sorry. Okay, but I'm making this face at the corn dog because it's not a real sausage. It's fish cake. And I don't really like fish cake. So I was like, what the heck? Oh. But I like potatoes, so I ate it. It was okay, like the texture was fine, but I just don't really, it wasn't what I expected. It was my birthday, so my friends got me cake. It was a very cute cake. It was also really good. It was an Earl Grey cake. Very cute, very yummy. I think I might actually have these candles somewhere with me. Dog is so cute, and it was actually like ganache, but it was a really like whipped ganache, so it was actually really nice to eat. I don't really like chocolate either, but it was yummy. And then we went to Gyeongbokgung, which is one of the like palaces in Korea. This one is in the heart of the city. Very busy, extremely hot day. I was freaking dying. I don't know why I decided to wear black, but two of my friends wore hanboks, which is the Korean traditional dress. Their photos came out absolutely beautiful, and I'm so happy for them, but I was dying. It was like properly 2 full layers where they had like the hoop skirt under to make it look, you know, good for photos. And I was like, I don't know how y'all are doing this. I'm about to pass out. Very long day. Came home, took a shower, passed out again. And then we went to Hangang because we wanted to go to the street market there, but we arrived like 30 minutes too late and everything was closed. But we were like, oh, we'll still see the pretty lights and it's fine. So we went to eat at a convenience store, and that's okay. We're skipping ahead to the next day because honestly, that's all we did that day. We took photos and then passed out. And then went to the park, was so tired that we just went home. And then I don't even remember if we ate dinner that day. I'm pretty sure we got something. We were exhausted though, because we stayed at the park for around 2 hours trying to figure out how to call and order food, because you can order food to all of the parks in Seoul. We tried to download like the foreigner friendly delivery apps, but they still required us to have a Korean phone number. So there's ways to work around it, but we couldn't figure it out at the time. We went to a Gentle Monster because part of my Korea trip was also me looking for glasses. The start of my Valorant era was last year, so I took this photo of VCT and DRX, even though I don't follow DRX and I don't follow the team and I don't even know if they're good. We also made rings. We made rings for like $30. Less than that. This is me with a photo of my ring. I thought I looked cute in this photo, and I was like, shit, how did I do my makeup? Gentle Monster, we didn't actually buy anything, but we wanted to look because we heard that like the Gentle Monster stores are literally art exhibits, which they are. Like, look at this Atlas. Like, why is it an art exhibit? It was actually such an experience. I was like, holy. And then we went to this really good katsu place. This was probably my 3rd favorite meal in Korea. And it was really good. And then of course I had to go to the T1 store. Apparently I didn't actually go to the T1 store. I went to their PC cafe and I was like, I'm not gonna make my friends sit here while I play League. So I just bought a sweater and left. So we got Hojangmatcha tteokbokki, and they actually packaged it really nicely for us. And we also got BHC chicken because my friend really wanted to try BHC chicken. And we got cheeseling. I think this is normal honey garlic, and these cheese balls. BHC is so good. It was really good. I'm not a fan of cheeseling, but the chicken was still really good. The breading was beautiful. And we sat at the side of the river and ate our food, and it was actually really nice. We were, again, exhausted every day. Exhausting. We did so much. It was a lot of walking in the heat. It also took us forever to get our chicken made. We sat in the store. It was a tiny store, so I also felt bad because there were 4 of us sitting there, and because we weren't eating customers, we kind of like sat at the waiting chairs. But it was so hot in there. They had a fan on. I think their AC was broken or something, but 2/3 of the store was the kitchen. And since they're frying chicken, it was sweltering. And I was like, holy shit, are they okay? Because I wasn't. And I was only in there for like 30 minutes. We went to the GMC the next day. This was also a hellish day. We're on the way to the GMC in Korea. And the first stop is like, oh, I don't remember, honestly. It was, this day was actually brutal for the heat. It was disgusting. I think it was 97. It was, anyways, terrible. Straight heat, straight in the sun, whole time. I have like no pictures of the DMZ stuff because we weren't allowed to have our phones for part of it. But there were 3 parts. The first part was this nice convenience store like rest stop area, and we had like a little talk, a little tour, and we were allowed to like wait until we had our permissions to get actually to the DMZ. Got to the DMZ, got to this place called the Third Tunnel, which I thought I had a screenshot of, but they had Wi-Fi, which I thought was pretty funny, so I screenshotted the Wi-Fi. The Third Tunnel, and it's like this tunnel that apparently North Korea was digging to infiltrate into South Korea, and there's like a bunch of tunnels, and this is the only one that's publicized, and this one is large enough that like people can actually walk through it. It is low, and so you can walk down into it, and it's really heckin' deep and really steep because they made like an artificial tunnel to get to the tunnel. We were going down, and one, I have knee problems, so this was fun going down, and I was already like, I don't think this is gonna be good. 2, I have exercise-induced asthma. I wasn't allowed to bring anything. I should have asked to bring my inhaler, but I didn't think it would be bad. 3, it's like a 15-minute walk down, and it's easier going down. And then we also had like hard hats because the tunnel was really low, and there's like scaffolding and everything inside, and so you hit your head. And so we make it down. It's like pretty cold down there because it's really deep. That's how far deep into it there was water and stuff. Come back up. Like 10 minutes in, I'm like wheezing. Not like panting, huffing, straight up wheezing. Like that type of sound. I cannot breathe. And I'm just like, I can't. One of my friends stayed with me, which was very nice of her. Like literally just being like, I don't know how else to get me back up there. And I was like, I shouldn't have come down here. I might just die down here. I thought it was over for me. I literally was like, there's also always like military personnel on rotation here. They're about to have to call those soldiers, those poor volunteer soldiers, to come drag me out of this tunnel. But then I was like, I can't let that happen to me. And that was the only thing that pushed me up those last... Okay, we're not actually at the DMZ. We're not... You used to be able to actually go to like the little town, I guess, where you know where like the famous photos of the Korean leaders, but they recently closed that because a South Korean officer decided to run away into North Korea. So they closed that off. We couldn't actually go to the DMZ. We were like outside of it. I then sat. They have like a little waiting room where there's just like fans. Mind you, it was also like 97 degrees. I was also already dehydrated out of my mind. And so I was just sitting there for like 15 minutes, and our tour guide just comes over and is like, y'all good? Y'all good? Like, and I'm just there like, oh. Yeah, so that was my DMZ trip. Definitely would not go down the tunnel again, but would go again. Otherwise, very historical event. I'm glad I went. A good time. And also I got good food. We got a lot of snacks. It was yummy. If you play Pikmin Bloom, there's also a mushroom at the DMZ, which is kind of like Pokemon Go, so there's like little Pokespots. This was my favorite meal of Korea. We ordered something called Chinese Korean food, which is 중화요리, and it has jjajangmyeon, mapadubu. We had leftover food from our last night. I freaking love jjajangmyeon, especially delivery jjajangmyeon. That shit is so good. We went to Hanokmaer, which is a lot of these traditional houses, and it specifically talks about the roof tiling. Great time. Still freaking hot. We went and we finally got samgyeopsal. First barbecue of our trip. This is me. I was like, oh look, I don't look that red. Taking this photo after drinking. Wrong. Samsung filter. This is my friend's iPhone. I'm fucking bloated as shit. I am red as fuck. But then we went to NRB. It was probably like 1 a.m. Had a really fun time. And we are going to be doing karaoke at some point during this stream. A month, I'm pretty sure will happen. So if you want a sneak peek of what that sounds like, it's not very good, but we have a good time, okay?
DJ, blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Oh.
We move on. My second favorite meal of the trip. I still think about the salad very freaking often. We went to this really cool witch themed pizza place or like Italian food place. This salad, I don't know what it was about it, but it had this sweet yogurt sauce and it was very refreshing. And then I had these weird like hardened sugar crisps and they were like crunchy and it was very good. We also found this corn place. If you don't know me, I also love corn. I absolutely love corn. I am obsessed with corn. I will eat corn straight out of the can. There was this place that had fried corn, so I had to try it. They also had corn ice cream and like corn shake. I got a corn shake. That was a little sad because it was kind of watery, more watery than I thought, but it was really cute. I still have that cup holder. It's actually on my shelf back there. And then we went to this huge library inside of a mall. Like those are all actually books. It looks photoshopped. I don't think we actually look at them. I think they're only for display, but it's huge. It's ginormous. It's like a 2-floor bookstore inside Lotte. I don't remember what mall it was. Ginormous. And then just me with a cat. Posing like the cat. Oh my gosh, we did a personal color analysis. If you know anything about personal color, what season do y'all think I am? I still don't really know what these mean. But I got a whole sheet with my analysis. And I thought it was so funny that they put us in like this nun outfit so that you could get just the pure egg. Pure... I look so bald. Congrats on my entrance to nun school, I know, thank you. Well, spoiler, I'm a summer light. I am a cool tone. Although I dress very much like a winter. And they kept on questioning all my outfit choices while I was there, low-key. They were like, oh. I was like, oh, I wear this color a lot. And they're like, oh. Well, these other colors suit you more. And then to wrap up the day, we also went to a sauna. First time at a sauna. Very fun. Honestly, such a fan. I like the dry heat. I like being a lizard. And that is it for Korea. I went to go see family the next day, so I don't have any photos of that. Right after the sauna, I got on play, straight to this outfit. They let me keep the towel, everything, souvenir. Beautiful. I even got to take a salted egg with me. To be honest, when I got home, I got really sick. And then I got COVID for the first time. So the 2 weeks after I came back from Korea were really bad for me. Hey, you know what else I did this year? And why I disappeared and delayed my stream comeback that I was supposed to do in October? I went to a coding bootcamp. I coded my ass off for 18 weeks. So freaking hard that I thought I broke my GPU. And honestly, I'm still not too sure about it. Hasn't been acting up after I reset my computer. One of my projects uses an LLM to transcribe video, or actually audio files. And at one point, it entirely froze. My computer crashed. I tried to turn my computer back on, and my monitors would not turn on. Like, my monitors were on, but it would not connect. I was like freaking out because this was like 2 days before I had to present this. But otherwise, a really good time. For a few weeks after that, my monitors kept on flickering and things would keep on freezing, but things were working. So I don't know. It's fine now. So anyways, I made some cool things. I made a app where you can submit your League of Legends username and get your top 3 champions and then get a Spotify playlist. The second one is NASA has this very fun thing where they have astronomy photos every day. So if you chose a date, you could get it. I created an Instagram for cats. And then this last project over here was the project that I think broke and crashed my computer. It allows the user to upload a video, get a transcription, as well as auto-generate clip. It's a little buggy, it's still not working fully, but that's the idea. Look at him, he's so cute.
But I'm gonna show him off to the world.
Squirmy boy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, he's really sad. Yeah, he's really fighting. He's very short. He has short legs.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh,
Okay,
thank you for showing,
sorry.
Carlton.
I had to.
Some miscellaneous things that I wanted to share. I found this place called Ice Cream and Cafe at Park Street, and I was like, it's basically mine, right? And then earlier in the year, I made some gifts. This gift on this right is actually for Eagle. This was his birthday gift last year. And they're actually brush holders, and they have little peats, and they're like kind of wavy. They're like squiggles, so you can put the brush on it so that it doesn't like roll off your table while you're... I'm obsessed with blind boxes. I have a shit ton of Smiskies, and then I made these blind boxes for my friend where they each had frogs because they're obsessed with frogs, and they actually have like over 100+ frogs as gifts, whether they're prints or models or other like sculptures like this and stuff. And they were turning 25 that year, so I gave them a quarter life crisis one. I repainted part of the wall in my room because this was originally going to be my stream background, and I was like, this is terrible. And then I started painting, and it was actually so terrible. You see the color difference? Because my mom was like, oh yeah, we got a color match for the walls a couple of years ago, so you can just use this paint. Terrible. My walls are gray. See how terrible that looks? Mom, I'm colorblind, and even I don't know that much. I literally started and I was like, mother, how could you do this to me? In everyone's defense, these walls have not been painted in 26 years. Again, we have to highlight this $500 faker skin. I went to my first ever coding conference. Holy shit, she's doing things. That's insane. I joined a stream team. I'm an egg. I got my PC, community funded. Thank you all. She's actually so beautiful. Literally a beauty. Gorgeous. I know. It's so pretty. And also I hit 300 subs while I was on hiatus. Worlds comes back. T1 wins 2024 Worlds. I also went to a stationery and art print fest, so that was really cool. I got this huge poster of Mob, which I actually don't have displayed because I can't find. It's a little weirdly sized, so I haven't been able to find a frame for it, but I have a smaller version of it because I was obsessed and I was like, I need it. Right here. And it says I can change, and it's of him running. And Mob Psycho is my favorite anime of all time. So much so that I cosplayed as Mob. Top 5s! I think I put 2 categories. Purchases! There were some things that were really life-changing for me this year. 1, the PC. Absolutely life-changing. Talked about this. It's genuinely just allowing me to do everything that I do. So I can't... My Samsung Galaxy Buds that I got in Korea. In reality, it's the tuna case. But it's just earbuds. There even says nutrition facts, but it's all a joke. It was my favorite purchase of Korea. Weighted heating blanket. I have a bunch of health problems, and one of them is that my menstrual cycle wants to kill me every month. So having this is a life changer. Actually, so good. This photo printer, great. Beautiful. Amazing. It's been helping me with scrapbooking and memory keeping so much. And this last purchase is a very expensive fountain pen. It's actually technically a 2025 purchase, but I bought it in celebration of me graduating, so I think that counts. One thing that I did also want to add is a water flosser. Water flosser has changed my dental hygiene routine because I've always had like mild carpal tunnel-esque symptoms for like, not always, but like for the past few years. So brushing my teeth is honestly very difficult at times. So I've had to upgrade my dental hygiene routine to include other tasks that would help me keep my dental hygiene. So that includes, I actually brush my teeth twice for like less time each time. Tongue scraper, water flosser. Water flosser, literally, if I don't water floss, my teeth actually feel so much dirtier, so much quicker. Top 5 accomplishments. Oh, I actually created animations for this. Whoa! I started playing Valorant, so I don't... This wasn't the accomplishment. I started a Valorant TikTok. It's very much dead now. There's nothing on there anymore. But I actually kind of had a hit TikTok that hit pretty much 18k views, so I was happy about that. I had fun making these TikToks because I didn't publicize them to anyone, so it relieved a lot of the pressure of like, oh, I gotta make content. I had fun, and it made content fun for me. I started a podcast last year with Helena, who is in chat sometimes, maybe. And we actually did really well. We had no expectations because it's just the two of us yapping about a book that we really love. The Kingkiller Chronicles. It's a fantasy novel if you want to check it out. And we posted almost every week. We hit over 100 followers and 2,500 listens. All just because I had a fun time with my friend. I coded. I can build things. And I did. Heck yeah. I'm also sure there's more things, but I'm really bad at remembering things like this. Some other accomplishments that aren't like your typical accomplishments is that I kept up with friends, and I also got to see new friends, and I followed through with plans, which is something that like I used to have extremely bad social anxiety, and it's been a very long journey in overcoming that, and just kind of being like, people want to interact with me, people like hanging out with me, and streaming is part of the reason where it's changed my life. And so that's definitely one of my accomplishments. So let's talk about my top 5 Spotify Wrapped. First one is Apatu. That shit is a banger. I love Dio. I love that man. I'm sorry, Eagle. But if Dio proposed to me right now, I would say yes. I love that man. I love his music. He can freaking cook for a whole military base. And he's a good actor. But obviously, why would he ever? So, you know, exactly. You get it. Eagle is my partner, by the way. So, yeah. Anyways, Instagram by Dean was also the 3rd most played song on my Spotify Wrapped, which was shocking because the song is old. I didn't think I listened to the song that much, but I also don't really listen to music. So anything on here, if I played it more than 5 times, is probably why it's up here. I don't really know this song, Bittersweet. Small Girl, banger. 2 amazing artists on this track, Dio and Youngji. Love that girl. Amazing. She's so funny, so talented. And here is our intermission. Something I would like to highlight is my hair growth. I've been trying to grow out my hair for a while. I used to cut it pretty much. I used to have like a bob all the time because I couldn't be bothered to maintain it, but I was like, you know what? I really do want to grow my hair out. So, this is my hair now. You can kind of see it, but we'll have very good photos. In March, this is how short my hair was. It was like a little past collarbone level. At some point, I'm pretty sure I got a haircut, but I don't know when this year I got a haircut, but I think it was during the summer. In May, my hair was already like around an inch longer. Not that bad. So November, which is 6 months later. 6 months? Yes. My hair is actually like quite a bit longer, but then my hair just keeps getting longer. And I'm so proud of that because I've actually been trying to take care of it really well. And my hair growth is one of my proud accomplishments of the year. I do desperately need a haircut though, because my hair is losing like shape. And so it's getting like very flat very quickly. Reflections, just some thoughts I have. I don't actually know if I finished writing these. I love how much you document things. I did it only for this presentation. You have no idea how long it took to find all of these photos. There are only 3 top 5. Yeah, I know people wrote me suggestions, but I couldn't get around to them in time. I can quickly do an entertainment one if you want. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, #1 literature. Favorite movie of the year? I think I only watched 3 new movies, which was Inside Out 2, Wicked Part 1, and the Spectacular Case of Henry Sugar. Forgot what it was called. And it would have to be that one because it was more of an art piece and it was really cool. Directed by Wes Anderson. It's a book I've read before, very fun. Literature, outside of ORV, honestly I did not read good literature last year. At least none of them really resonated with me, so I don't know. Someone asked me top game, and I really didn't play many games last year. I would have to say, so last year I started playing Valorant, and that might be it. I feel like that's not true, but that's the only one off the top of my head, so that might be the automatic top game I've played, which is an unfortunate time for me. Honestly, Valorant has been pretty fun for me. I haven't really had that many bad people. I've had annoying people, and then I've had one terrible person. And then Children Who Scream, which I don't really count in the category of bad people because they're kids. They're like very obviously 10 and throwing a tantrum. Let's see, what else? Top? I don't know what other entertainment. Oh, shows? I don't watch shows. I don't think I watched one new show last year, which was a show. Oh, I did watch Culinary Class Wars. I guess, so for me, reality TV is like a different category, but I guess that counts as a show. Culinary Class Wars was actually such a good show. Okay, reflections. Something that I've been working on for a very long time, but something that finally clicked in the past year, is that I worked a lot on not prescribing other people emotions a lot of my social anxiety was like, oh, people don't want to talk to me, they're just faking it, or they're just like inviting me because I'm part of a friend group. And it's obviously a lot of irrational things where it's like I'm overthinking things. So this really helped me, just like, if people say they want to hang out with me or like they're inviting me, I was like, okay, cool. Like they want to hang out with me. And like not being like, well, no, they don't actually want to hang out with me, but like I'm in the area, so maybe they're just like, yeah, it makes sense to invite her, but etc. And so it really kind of clicked this year, and I was able to open myself up to more opportunities. One of my other things was I definitely took more responsibility for my health. I again had like wrist and arm issues, and so I went to the dentist. Amazing. And like this is a year where I've been taking care of my own like insurance and stuff for a while, but I actually went to all of my appointments this year. Crazy. This year, one of my goals is find an allergist because, man, I have too many allergies. And I'm starting physical therapy in a week. So I'm excited for that too. I also got like MRIs and stuff done and x-rays done for my arms. So that's really what I've been doing, a lot of stuff. I've also been stretching a lot more and walking and going outside. Some days we don't hit 1K step. You know, we're doing our best. Next thing is consistency. Consistency has been... It's like something you always know, but you never do, where it's just like, if I just did this one thing once a week for the rest of my life would be changed. And it will. It will. And just realizing that, like, with the stuff that happens with my podcast, and like, last year I actually read a lot, because I made the time to read every single week. And also Anki is a flashcard program, and studying and being like, holy shit, I can actually remember and learn these things is like a really simple, I guess, and something that I think people know and have heard always, but I think also is one of the things that kind of actually internalized for me last year. And finally, we have made it to 2025. I'm kind of getting sweaty with all these bears on me. There's a lot of fur. Ugh. Kind of in my face. It's okay, we'll be done soon. Cute pic, thank you. It's the glow up era. Thank you, Exia. The sweaty bears, no. How 2025 started? We still unemployed. I mean, I kind of have a part-time job, but I am looking for a job. I'm still unemployed. I'm still broke. I'm still aimless. And I'm still broke. But it's okay, cause it's the glow up era. We're gonna figure all this shit out. I made a vision board. We're in our content creation era. We're gonna be consistent with it. We're gonna get monetization. We're gonna hit 1K. And these are my goals. So part of this I think I posted. Actually, I don't even know if I posted it, but I have milestones that I want to hit for Twitch. And I really like the photo of me scrunching my nose outside with my nose strip. I went for a run. That's why I made that face. That was a bad run. That was when I realized I need to really get in shape. 5 minutes of running, not even. I took breaks in between. Could not breathe. There's something wrong. I need to find an ENT. That's also one of my goals this year. I have content goals. Consistency is number 1. Ideally, I would also like to hit YouTube monetization and start my partner push by the end of the year. Or next year. So those are like large. So the right side is like large goals, and then the left side is like, you know, the intermediate goals. I want to do these things to get to this thing. In terms of health, I am pitifully weak. I like compared, like I don't want to compare my past self, but it's like I know that I can achieve a higher level of fitness, and so I would like to be there. And I have so many doctor's appointments that I need to make to take care of myself, so I need to make those appointments. I did finally make a TMJ appointment. I am on a wait list scheduled for September. I do have some regrets about that because I got this referral 6 months ago, but it's okay. It got done. Health 2. My large goals is to be able to bench my partner. He is 6 foot tall. definitely weighs more than me, and I don't think I can bench myself. And I want to do one singular push-up. I know those two things look very different next to each other, but my arm is messed up, so I can't do a push-up. I really tried recently, and then I was like, oh, I think I might fuck up my arm, so I did not do the push-ups. But I can do wall push-ups, and I will slowly gain that muscle to do push-ups safely. And that is my goal. My mental goals is... I meant to write that, but I must have not saved it. 1, journal more, because I am very, like, not present with my life, and I forget things really quickly, so I want to be able to be more present and journal, because it'll help me remember what happened throughout the day, how I felt. Did I physically feel bad, etc. So that's really my main mental goal, because it'll help with everything. And then I have some miscellaneous goals, which are more fun things, which is to complete 5 games, because I keep on buying games and then I don't play them. And so now I have a backlog of, I think, 80 games, which you might not think is bad. But for context, I have a little over 100 games on Steam. 2 years ago, I owned maybe 20 games on Steam. It's a problem. So, I need to complete at least 5 of them this year. Put a ban on buying games there. I only let myself buy games if it's over 50% sale, and it's on my wish list. I need to get a job, because your girl needs money. I would like to read 20 books, because I did read 20 books last year, although I will say I think about 8 of them were Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, so I don't know if I can hit 20. But I would like to find a book that I liked more this year. Yeah, thank you, I know! The year before I had only read 10. And I was like, shit, I can read literature if it's fun. I also started like 10 other books, and I was like, I can't. And one of my side goals again, my side quests in life, is to go on a solo trip. It doesn't have to be anything big, but I want to like go outside of New York on like a train and just do things by myself. And that's actually the end of the presentation. Look at that, victory 5-1. You know, I recently got match MVP in my Valorant games, so I'm kind of popping off.